Ekse, welcome to another episode of Chats with Jele. Yeah, so as I promised on the first episode that I will try by all means to get a guest on each episode. I have our one and only Mr. Lunatic.
Sanibonani bafethu, mina igama lami Asande, so yeah, I'm the owner of Lunatic Exclusive.
Okay. So Mr. Lunatic, as on today's episode, I'm just gonna be interviewing you. I'm just gonna be asking you a few questions that I drafted for myself that I thought maybe your supporters and your followers would love to know. So without wasting any time, the first bullet or the first question is, what's the story behind the name Lunatic? Like, what's the background of Lunatic?
Behind the name, or why I started the brand.
Like, behind the name. Yeah, let's start with the name.
Okay, like the name is like Yabo Kumikazi. So like la ngihlala khona every time like awal umuntu angathanga wena uyahlanya kawu yo wena enhle kuyahlanya in yabo. So I was like why ngagcokisa abantu lento abayikhulumayo
Now,
lento abayikhulumayo like and abantu abathandayo abathanda ukuyigcina because every time uyahlanya but then ngayikhiphi ngokuthi vele ngabhala hayi igama le-brand uyahlanya because ubani ofuna ukuthenga ukuthi uyahlanya.
yeah, understand.
So it's like, okay, let me come out with something. Ngicabanga angazi naligama ukuthi livele njani le mara ngavele ngathola lona bese ngihambisa.
So, I'm sure it's Lunatic Exclusive. The exclusive has nothing to do with the story. Just added to the exclusive J.
Ngabi.
Okay, and then behind the whole thing, besides the name, like where did it start? When did it start? Why did you start it? Besides the story that you just told us, but then like what actually inspired you? To say, I want to start a brand. What like actually?
Shuthi yazi ngenzeka le mina. Uthi mina benginama out ami. Okay. Uthi A1 cousin yami enye out yami Dogozo. Cousin yami Sparks. So like bekune brand sayiqala C3.
Which was what?
Irebom. It was the bomb.
Okay.
Like it didn't go out that much. The with the bomb like qala majita nanani nakhona hayi besizama nje something yabo. Besizama. Masizama so manje man yabona ukuthi la kuyabheka ndoda. So lokho sayenza mara nemara konakali nangapha ngathi yala like nangapha mawenza this decision ndoda kumele nikhulume
include everyone.
Ni three mangayifuni aniyenzi and wena boyibona igrand.
And probably one of them always disagreed with you guys. So
sure.
And then maybe the two agrees about no it's sharp, but then because you are together, you have to accommodate each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like mele sense into sonke siyifunayo. Angeke mina ngifune something. Lo one bangayifuni sayeka phela. Asiyenzi. So I was like,
So right now, do you still speak to those people? Like you are fine, it's nothing.
I handle that. Any cousin yami vele yonke into isesegrind.
So right now, Lunatic, you are alone. Like right now, you would say you're alone.
Sure.
Okay. All right. I think that we covered that question. And then moving on to the second question. Have you ever approached any influencers from Witbank? Maybe asking them to advertise your brand, and how was their response towards those? Let's not mention their names because maybe but them, like, have you ever approached any influencers or someone big, Lazaro 13, that would to advertise your brand?
Okay, ngathi yamkeni MK.
Not MK, the red car. Yeah.
Yeah, we because ngakhuluma ngayo because akase influencer but then ngisho ukuthi like umuntu owaziwayo.
It does have influence in some way,
Yeah, in some way. So like MK it was grand because bekangifundisa eDubai.
Oh yeah.
So vele wangisupporta ngayo zonke izindlela zami pinjamboy.
He even had a sticker of your brand.
Sure.
On it. Yeah. Okay. So basically, that's a no. Besides MK, that's a no. Like, never approach any influencers. So actually, you grew this brand alone with would say like with MK and just your close friends and
But bafuna ukusupporta. Akekho omunye umuntu owathi bayaphushela because ngiyageniwa and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then moving on to the next question. Who is your everyday mentor? Like, who mentors you every day? Who's okay when you need like some advice regarding the brand? Who do you go to?
Regarding the brand.
Yeah, just the brand.
like okay, la sexo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like maybe let's say also the designs. It's okay. Maybe I want this printing to be here. That's what. Like, who do you go to?
like eshinda manje the question yakho ngiyayithola ne but then ngathi I2 ukuthi ubani ongidesignayo like ukuthi manje kuma designs.
Okay, let's do the designs. Like via the brand on its own. Who mentors you? It's okay. No, here you floppy. Don't do this. Here you. I know you're alone, but then there's someone who you go to. It's okay. No man. Now I'm stuck, and I don't know what should I do. Like who do you go to?
Okay, mina kune out yami le. The out yami le like yanginceda nani. So like uyengikhuluma naye.
Okay.
It's okay. I mind ntwana lana. Athaya boy like yabe.
So you'd say he's your everyday mentor, like he's your mentor. Cause like the question I was expecting like someone goes okay, Twax from Bang Entertainment, as my everyday mentor. Goes okay, man. When I'm stuck or when I need something regarding a brand, I know what the Twax can help me. Even though he won't help you really with a warm heart because even though he won't like help you with a warm heart because now he's also a brand owner. But then it's someone like Ugusi I can go to. What's okay, man? Your brand is pushing, so now I want to reach that level. Okay, I knew that one. I was just like asking it on purpose, but I knew that one. So like even today, he's still helping you. Good, say okay, Lana do this. Because I remember, I was part of eCloud, if you know, like and he told me, there's this guy from Lunatic wants me to mentor him. I remember that thing, so that's why I was asking just to be sure. As a Novi value everyday mentor. But then shout out to Novi by the way. So you get the question now.
Ngisaqala le brand like we one supplier ngizana ngamgaya imali athi okay hoodie nana ngamthethe ngifuna any na okay sisend ngaya imali like
okay, all right, and then moving on to the next question. Did your family support you when you told them you want to start a clothing brand?
bekusekunzima kwesithuba because angisho kokuqala basama ngerebhomb basithatha serious bese bathi hawu kanti nina ama-brand angakhi nina zofuna enye i-brand futhi and stuff mara
so they weren't sure what this one would like
bebangasisho ukuthi bebacada kuyadlala
just like last time like
sure.
Okay, so they do support you like everyone. Nobody was like no, maybe clothing brand doesn't have money or so everyone supports you. Okay. And I used to, I don't know, I don't remember where, but then I saw it was an old lady wearing a Lunatic. Then I assumed maybe it's a family member. I don't know where. Yeah, it's a lady.
Around
here in downtown, yeah. But then hopefully, I think maybe it's some like relative or something. Yeah. But then moving on to the next question. Where do you see your brand in 2 years?
In 2 years, I see it like spreading. Victoria tholakala, Gauteng tholakala, like
And then since I don't know if your followers know that you've moved to Middleburg, no? Sure. Do you think you moving to Middleburg help you to expand your brand more than just blooming here in 013? Like, did it help you in some way?
Yeah, because if I'm young in Witbank, then I can't my ngoba sengiyahlala khona sebayikeni but then like still like ayaziwa that much the way mina ngifuna ifike ngakhona sengakafika.
But then it's better than it knowing compared to you like staying here in 013 only. And then, but like I personally think like it help you because hopefully your friends at your new school are supporting you. Are they supporting you? Sure. So it kind of helped you moving because if you were still here, it was gonna be us that know. Even right now, not a lot of people know Lunatic, so that's why I brought you here. Hopefully, after today, a lot of people will know Lunatic because like your branding is proper. Not gonna lie, like your branding is proper. And there's this t-shirts that we once did, where you can peel off those ones were really really cool. But then I've never seen people wearing it. Is it because was it like an exclusive, or I don't know, people didn't love it that much?
Yeah. I can
People
say that.
don't.
Yeah, they didn't like it that much.
But
Because
then,
like,
Mara, it was
it was
unique.
dope, man. Because like, shout out to Neo, yeah, on designing that item. I was like, but like, let's expect more. Let's keep it.
But it was really unique. I don't know why people, but then people here in
so-
Witbank, they wanna buy from people that they know. They don't wanna
that's
buy
the
from
thing,
people
no,
that
no,
they
no,
don't
no,
know.
no,
So
sure.
that's why Nami, I never started my own brand because I'm not like well known. So I was like, yo, it's gonna be a waste of money because loud banking, people wanna buy from people they know.
Obama's
Yeah, bro.
just to me, the thing I go.
It's the same as what? I can host an event, and nobody will come. But when you can host the event, like you'll be packed. Yeah, but so it's the same. So, but Mina, from my side, I think you moving to Middleburg helped me, like in a way. You might not see it now, but then the fact
later
that
on you might see
because Mina, for me, a brand is like not only forget the money, but just let people know there's a brand out there called Lunatic. That's enough. For me personally, there's a brand out there called Lunatic. Then the money will follow. So if you wanna chasing the money, then so now you moving to Middleburg, at least people are, like from Middleburg are aware there's a brand from Witbank, that's called Lunatic. So if you were just here in Witbank, but and I believe after you moving to Middleburg, your followers also grew on Instagram somehow because like obviously you met new friends and you told them because I own a certain brand called whatever, and they went to your Instagram. So to me that's what matters. The name, just grow the name, and then the money will follow. Because if I know there's a brand called Lunatic, when I have that 300 and I need a t-shirt quick, I know what's okay, man. There's a guy or there's a brand that I know and it has proper t-shirt. Why not let me buy from there? Because I will remember even after this episode, people will like maybe go through your Instagram somehow. But then for me, like a brand, it's just grow the name and the money will follow. Because if you're gonna chase the money without people not knowing your brand, it's gonna be hard for you to market because nobody knows your brand. So rather market first. Then when you out there, already people know what to know, man. I saw this guy from a podcast, 1, 2, 3. I saw this guy maybe doing something in So but we said in 2 years you want to just see yourself big. Okay. And then another question: which local brand do you look up to and why? And would you love to collaborate with them? Let's exclude Novi for now because maybe you mentioned Novi because he's your mentor. But then which brand in 013 would love like to collaborate with one day? Bang.
Yeah.
Why?
Like okay, I'm sure like some could with any big looking up to it. Like it's
because in your Instagram you also like it's cloud, then I think yourself, then it's bang. I think it's 4 or 3. Because I saw bang and I saw cloud and then it's yourself.
Nicotine cane.
No, there's only 2 brands. There's 2 brands, then 2 people.
Mati. Okay, Mati. Cloud, bang, me besela poni. What's the thing? Fashion show.
Rota fashion show. Yeah. So it's 3. Okay, so it's bang the same man. Shout out to Twax again. Even first episode I also mentioned Twax shooting. He's big. He's big for real. Because also I mentioned Twax on the first episode too.
Sure.
And second episode, hopefully this is gonna be the second episode. But then now you mentioning Twax shooting. He's really big here in 013. Like he's really doing the more. Like honestly, now I feel like I wouldn't say he's number 1 because maybe that might offend like some people, but then like he's really working like every day, like he's really working.
Because is not like I feel like
they drop every single
week.
week.
Sure.
They drop a new t-shirt.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how they shy their things exclusive. Tologuti, it's like 20 t-shirts. Yeah. And if it's 20, it's 20. Sure. Like, if when you come after the 20, then it's done. It's done. Yeah. Twax is really working. Again, shout out to Twax. Hopefully he does watch our podcast, but then shout out to Twax, man. And then the next question. Yeah, as you mentioned, Rota, I've seen that you were part of Rota last year. Yeah. How was your first experience of being part of Rota, and how was the experience being part of the Rota fashion show as the founder of Lunatic?
Sure. I was grand because in the moment before say stage, like hela kuqala ngikusho like but if it's again about
nah.
So like I was expecting none, but then like
So like did it take like a lot of planning? Because I know with that thing is it's stressful, like it's very stressful. Because you have to gather the models, you have to gather the merch that you're gonna wear same day. Yeah. And some people will say no, stage fright, what. Same day, and now we have to find someone to replace. That thing is
okay. I'm sure angazi na attend ngati practice I2. Futhi ama models wami bokuqala zange first one.
Okay. Now some don't know like the routine, everything.
Okay, because two bafika nakhona abanye bahlanganise the time because abanye abasi sekumele ngihlanganise the time. Hey wena fonela umngane wakho bani umbuzo ukuthi angeke khona ukuze because last what kumele senze isiqede la. Hayi okay bafika sure. The fashion show day Ekse.
Because I remember, I think not number 5, but like almost towards the end. Yeah. Was it because you were not like organized, or your spot was number 5, or like you were running late, we were still waiting for other people? But the experience was very nice, I believe. Like so, next year we sing you. Like this year we sing you again. Definitely with new merch, new everything. Okay, all right. And then next question. So since Lunatic is an upcoming brand, and yes, I know maybe in your eyes it's like big in your eyes, but then as the founder, as the founder, it's big already. But then if someone was to approach you to sponsor you or to invest in your business, would you take the offer?
Yeah, I get depend ukuthi like nakhona usenge ngendlela enjani because no muntu angeza ngendlela yokuthi I know le brand yakhe ngiyithatha.
Yeah, that's what I want to ask. So aren't you scared ukuthi someone will be like, okay, I'm sponsoring you, I'm investing, then next day is like, no, remember I invested 10k in your brand, so you can't tell me anything?
Yeah, you're going to just depend with you.
But then like when the approach will be proper, but then as time goes by, then that's where the problem is gonna start. So you're not sure, you wouldn't take the offer. So basically, you're financially right now, you think you're fine. Yeah. You're fine. Okay. Next question. I don't know what question it is, but then, what inspired you and what motivates you to keep going? Like, what inspires you and what keeps you going every day?
Going.
No, it's not mentioning bang. I think like you mentioned bang a lot. Like besides bang, like what keeps you going? What man, I'm not gonna give up. I'm doing this and I'm gonna finish this until the end. I'm gonna get here until the end.
Ngifuna ukuzibona ngiphambili, ngifuna ukuzibona phezulu. So like into engenza ukuthi ndotamanthushe noma sometimes yabo.
Because I know local brand can be like quiet.
Yeah, ngiyabheda yabona uma ekuthulile ndoda 2 months like akekho umuntu othengayo ndoda why isachubeka ngalento. Uthama ndoda ngizophula. Because ngifuna ukufika la, kumele ngifike khona. Kumele ngifike la eMars. Hayi nomere ukuthi kenzakalani, kumele ngichubeke.
Okay. And then who is your number one supporter, like via everyone, like you? maybe sold some merch, or like anyone who is your number one supporter?
Like would man keep your thing?
Yeah. Let's not mention family, because obviously family will support you no matter what. But out there, who has to be your number one support?
No one.
Even your friends.
It number one with the man. Okay, inking among you number one. I get number one.
Okay, let's leave the number one part. Who's your big supporter, if I can put it like that?
Big supporter. No, mina ngathi yazi ngathi amachi. Yeah, I support amachi. I think it's okay. I gonna logo yo. I know we support to. I'd say amachi tawa.
So basically, if it wasn't for your chains, this brand wouldn't have like expand like the way it did right now. Let's say you weren't like a people's person. Do you think without your chains that you just mentioned, would like Lunatic be Lunatic, like big as it is today? So shout out to your chains basically. Okay. I think it's the third last question or something. But then, because of how good other brands are doing, have you ever thought of giving up? Almost the same question, but then yeah, have you ever thought of giving up? Like nah, like this brand ain't going anywhere. Like I'm giving up.
Gili ba fika la ukuthi that's any time. Okay, but every time you boy.
So was it because people are not buying, or we're just not interested in the more goods, man? Like or maybe like you started this brand just for fun, but then you saw good nah, it's pushing. Yeah. So now when it's lacking, you were like, no, it's not worth it.
No, and that eshangazi ukuthi ngathini, but like khona singimani ukuthi khona la ngeke kakhona. After isikhathi nyana man, indaba manje.
Which year was it?
Ngicabanga kakhulu. Which year? My school 2021, 2023. 2023.
So when did Lunatic start exactly? 2020. Yeah. Okay. All right. So just the following year, you were like, yo, nah, this brand.
Yeah, it's the own thing. Like marang abuya.
Then there's these T-shirts like that are like lunatic at the back. A lot of like colorful. Like when did you drop those ones?
This is like lunatic.
Yeah, lunatic. Oh, is it exclusive? I don't know. Like
no, yes, the power is gonna be. Any out, yabo. Yes, if we not is any kaiwa. So yeah, in there kaiwa, and then I was totally printing at the back. So I think it means something. I end up combo approve.
So I think it's lunatic, like small lunatic here. Then so like there's big lunatic. Yeah, that one is also nice. So basically, it wasn't exclusive because it didn't like put it out there. It didn't sell it to people.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the last question. If you had a message for the gents your age out there, even hands that want to start a clothing brand, what words of motivation would you give them, and what should they do and what shouldn't they do?
Zwana nabantu. Ngathi peep nabantu.
Obviously, without people, who's gonna buy you?
Because right now, ngacabanga ukuthi blind, ngazibona ukuthi abanye. So like yeah, ungeza nangabantu izwa ngawo. Yenza into efuna.
Okay. And then just to add on that, what's your everyday motto? Like you would see there's a quote that you live by every day that you like when you feel like giving up, you remember that quote because you know like that quote said so and so and so.
The quote said so.
Besides don't give up, like that's common.
Yeah, so
that's common.
Sure.
Okay, I think that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you to Mr. Lunatic for coming through. Really appreciate your time, and hopefully you did enjoy this episode. And then yeah, on the podcast we have a thing called shout out for the day. So I don't know who you would love to give a shout out to. Yeah, can be a brand, can be a person, but yeah, because I'm also gonna have a shout out. So now I'm also gonna like giving you an opportunity to give a shout out to anyone you love to give a shout out to. Yeah.
Shout out to Machita Wami, Cloudy, my local friends are calling now.
All right. Shout out to everyone that he mentioned, and then my shout out is gonna be go to GoFlex. Shout out to GoFlex. Hopefully, my editor gets to put up the Instagram handle. And shout out to Mr. Lunatic again. I really appreciate you coming through. Hopefully we can get you on another episode or somewhere this year where you see what you wanna come through. We have a story to tell. Your brand is pushing than before, and you wanna, tell us what's okay, guys, so and so and so. Or if you wanna promote something and you have a story, you can always come through. As it is mentioned on our bio, which the aim is to grow the culture of 013. So feel free. If you're dropping new merch, we are here. If you're dropping anything, we are here. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you again for everyone that is watching right now. Thank you to everyone that subscribed. Thank you to everyone that followed the podcast page. Yeah. Without you guys, I still say Guti, this podcast wouldn't be going, and Nami, I would have probably given up by now. But then shout out to everyone. Let's get this video to, let's say, 300 views, because I was able to get 200 plus alone on the introduction. So because today I have a guest, hopefully we get 200 plus. I think going to 300 now.
350.
Yeah, because I have a guest, so my followers and your followers can go big. I don't know, but then hopefully we get okay. Mr. Lunatic just said 350. I don't want to say anything, but let's just take the 350. Shout out to everyone again. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see you again on the next episode.